everyone. Welcome and hello. My name is Yamara Angel, and I'm the Strategy Manager for Post-Secondary Access here at Alabama Possible. Welcome to our College and Career Decision Day webinar, where we'll have updates on FAFSA completion for the class of 2026, a quick update on the Alabama Direct Admissions, and then we'll dive into the content for today, which is the College and Career Decision Day. We would like to take this time to thank our sponsors. Because of their support, we're able to provide trainings for free. Also like to thank our partners from the Alabama Commission on Higher Education, the Alabama Community College System, the Alabama State Department of Education, and Get Educated, which is the Common Black College application. Some housekeeping notes. Please keep your microphones on mute on all times. Please disable any AI note takers unless our accommodations are needed. Please let us know by sending us a message. This webinar will be recorded and posted to youtube.com/Alabama Possible within the next 2 days. Submit your questions in the chat and we'll answer them throughout and towards the end of the presentation. And then finally, we value everyone's feedback, but it is especially important for high school educators seeking professional development credit to stay until the very end and answer the final set of poll questions to receive full credit. If you post your college-going efforts on social media, especially after College and Career Decision Day, tag us at AL Goes to College, and don't forget to use the following hashtags. For those who are unfamiliar with the Alabama Goes to College campaign, there are three main components to the campaign. Cash for College, and the Cash for College goal is for every graduating senior to complete the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid before they graduate from high school, so that they can access federal, state, and institutional aid to pay for their education after high school. Second is the Alabama College Application Week, which is a part of a national effort designed to help high school seniors, especially first generation and low income students, navigate the college application process and apply to at least one post-secondary institution. And by the way, it is a spring free college application week. So if you have students still applying, they can apply during this week for free. And then we also have the College and Career Decision Day, which celebrates students committing to pursuing their education, credentials, and pursue skilled trade or join the military after high school. And then I'll pass it over to May with some updates for the class of 2026 FAFSA.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is May Whiting. I'm the Data and Research Director here at Alabama Possible. So before we get started, I just wanted to give a quick update on the class of 2026's FAFSA progress so far. So these graphs that you see on the screen are coming from the National College Attainment Network, or NCAN. It's coming from their FAFSA tracker. So Alabama is currently ranked 26th in the nation in FAFSA completion with a 41.3% completion rate. So that means 41.3% of our high school seniors have already completed a FAFSA. So that's the orange line that you see on this left-hand graph right here. And we're basically only a couple of percentage points behind the national rate of 43%, which is the blue line above it. So not too far behind the nation as a whole. And then moving to the graph on the right over here, you're seeing our year-over-year percentage change. So as of February 13th, all the way towards the bottom right corner of the graph, Alabama's class of 2026 has seen a 45.7% increase in completions over the class of 2025. So our percentage change is a lot greater than the national increase, which you see in the blue line right here. The national increase is only 31.1%. So that currently ranks us second in the nation in year-over-year increase. So just want to say a huge congrats to y'all for this achievement. And then I wanted to show one more piece of data. So just thinking about overall completion rate, again, our overall completion rate as of mid-February was 41.3%. Um, we still have a few months to go before graduation, so we still have time to raise that percentage, but we are only 3.4 percentage points shy of being in the top 10 for overall completion. So you see, California is currently rounding out the top 10. One thing of note, if you see the little asterisk, every state with an asterisk beside it has a universal FAFSA policy. So 60% of the top 10 in FAFSA completion has a statewide FAFSA policy in place. We hope that Alabama will join these other states that do have the FAFSA policy by heading up into the top 10. We know there's usually a big uptick for Alabama and FAFSA completion around February and March. So I imagine we'll see these numbers increasing over the next few weeks. But just want to thank y'all for all the work that you're putting in for FAFSA completion, and then also hope that you'll see Alabama Possible as a resource, whether that's y'all calling us directly or if you're referring your students to us through the help desk line, which we'll promote a little bit later in today's webinar. Just want to get students as plugged in as possible to FAFSA support. So thanks again, and I'll turn it back over to, I think, Ananda.
I'll I'll share the updates. I do see a question in the chat, May. What is the FAFSA policy that the states with asterisks have?
Yes, so that just means just like Alabama, they have a FAFSA requirement as part of their graduation. So just like our students either have to complete a FAFSA or complete an opt-out waiver, the other states with asterisks have a similar statewide policy. So when you see it's not pictured in this graphic, but Alabama's down ranked in 26, and by our state's abbreviation, there's also an asterisk by us too.
So I also wanted to share some exciting updates about what's already happening for Alabama students with Alabama Direct Admissions. So as of January 1st of 2026, over 17,000 Alabama seniors have signed up for the Alabama Direct Admissions Initiative. So through this program, students have received over 197,000 admission offers from 60 colleges that's in-state and out-of-state, and over 6.4 billion in scholarships that have been offered to students for the next 4 years. So we are excited to see these students, share, they have shared with us and counselors have shared with us that they have never even thought that they could actually receive offers before using the Alabama Direct Admission. So, and some haven't even considered college before seeing these offers. So we see that these are opening opportunities for students that they didn't even think that were possible for them. So we're hoping to see more of a positive shift of perspective for students and families in the future with direct admissions. So today we are going to go into our college and career decision day topic. So what we're going to cover for today are the following questions. So, what is College and Career Decision Day? When should you celebrate? Who should be involved? How should you celebrate? And where to start? Hopefully, by the end of the day, you'll have kind of like a clear roadmap of planning for celebrating your seniors. So, I'll pass it over back to May for the poll question.
All right, so as we're thinking about wrapping up these last few months with our seniors and helping them in their decision to their next steps, we wanted to also ask what kind of supports you think your students have after they leave your campus after graduation. So I'm going to launch the poll question now. So once your students have made their decision, does your school or does your community program employ any end of year strategies to prevent summer melt. And if you're not familiar with the term summer melt, it's defined as the phenomenon of college intending students who have applied to, been accepted by, and made a deposit to a college or university, but then fail to matriculate to that college or really any other college the fall following their high school graduation. So, summer melt are these students who definitely plan on going to college and they're starting the steps to get there, but for whatever reason over the summer, they hit some kind of challenge or barrier that makes it so that they're not showing up to their intended program. So, what are y'all doing in the summers, and how are you connecting students to resources, maybe when you're not in the building in summer, but making sure that they stay plugged in and they stay on track with all of their stuff? So, looks like most folks have responded to the question. And because our program is a year-round program and we do operate our help desk all throughout the summer, we do tend to get a fair number of calls over the summer. We know some of y'all are on 9 or 10-month contracts, so you're not in the building during the summer months, and there might only be certain administrators who are in the building. So, from our experience answering these calls over the summer, is that students really don't know where to turn. Um, and so, having it pretty clearly laid out for them, who they should contact in terms of who is in your building during the summer, and what other resources they can leverage during the summer months is really important. So, I'm going to end this poll and go to the next slide where we have a graphic that CMR will talk through a little bit. That's basically just some of our tips we've gathered over the years working with students over the summer and like seeing what they need, seeing where their confusion lies, and how you can best set them up for success. So I'll give it back to you, CMR.
Thank you. So yeah, as May was saying, we want to do the opposite of the summer melt. We want a summer build, right? So this resource is available in the Educator's Toolkit. This guide is designed to help you support your seniors after graduation. As May was saying, even if you're not in a building, to support them while they have questions after they cross the stage. So they often have like tasks to complete before they actually start their post-secondary program in the fall. This toolkit kind of like breaks it down into two phases. So before summer, making sure that students should know about upcoming deadlines for housing, orientation, tuition, making sure that they remember their FSA ID information, remind them to check their student accounts for any FAFSA follow-up tasks to avoid any delay in financial aid awards, and also creating contact information for summer staff in the district where students can go to if they have any questions. And of course, including us, our help desk line in those lists of contacts before sending off your students. And then during the summer, making sure that staff are available to help students obtain like official transcript, ACT fee waivers, enrollment deposit fee waivers. And if there are any other outside support in the colleges, universities, remind them of that they can go to them as support. And of course, again, making sure that staff that is in the building know of us, the Alabama Goes to College team. They can call us at 334-316-6155 or email us at algoestocollege@alabamapossible.org for any questions that they might have during the summer as a support for you all as well. And then we'll send this in the PowerPoint and the follow-up email after the webinar. So let's dive into what is College and Career Decision Day. So it is a nationwide movement that began through former First Lady Michelle Obama's Reach Higher initiative. So the idea is to inspire every student to take charge of their future by completing their education past high school. And that's whether they are doing a professional training program, going to a community college, four-year college or university, certificate course, military, or just into the workforce. Some may even choose to take gap years, right? So we have to celebrate all students. They made it this far, so use these celebrations as reminders also of their plans during this time. You know, some of those, especially like the students that may take gap years, may be thinking about plans during this time, and they might even go back and look into this time of the year and achieve those goals at their given moment. So it is a chance to rally local students, so and show community support. Some educators may involve younger students, like in primary care, in primary grades, as a motivation for these younger kids to look forward to, celebrate their choice. So whatever that the path may look like, there's no correct path. You know, this is the start of their journey, and is a moment to celebrate. Give educators, counselors, and parents a platform to inspire others. So some may come back and say, "Hey, do you remember such and such? So this is what I'm wanting to do in the future." So this is a moment for you to also highlight that. And then also celebrate. It could either be virtually or in person. Every school can participate regardless of resources. You just have to explore what you can work with. This sends a message to students that their community sees them and believes in them and cheers them on for their next steps. So ideally, when should you celebrate? Alabama, so the College and Career Decision Day typically is celebrated in the month of May. So it could be anywhere from May 1st to 31st. It really depends on the flexibility that you have, and you choose any day or like the month that best works for your school's calendar. You can make it official. You can register your school at the College Signing Day website. So once the new official registration is out, we'll send it in our newsletter. Um, and registration just recognizes your school as part of this movement. In some cases, it might even give you more support when you're doing the celebrations at your school. So, who should be involved? One of the things that makes the celebration special is the community effort. So, you should include your parents who have supported your students, you know, throughout every step of the way, faculty and staff, so teachers, staff who have built relationship with these students, school counselors, career coaches. You have guided these students through the entire process. So of course you should be there and celebrate the students. Administrators shows that leadership, you know, it shows the leadership level support to the students. If you're able to get community representatives, so this could be local business leaders, organizations, students. So involve as many students as you can. Students know how to inspire and engage their peers better than anyone. So this could be a moment for them to inspire younger grade student level students, local elected officials. So this could be mayors, city council members, state representatives. If you have influencers, celebrities in your town, or have connections to them, invite them if you can, and local media. So reporters, newspaper journalists, getting media involved can definitely amplify your school story and inspire other schools in the area or even in the state. So how to celebrate? There's so many creative ways to celebrate, and you don't have to limit yourself to just one, right? And we'll walk through some ideas and look at other ideas that other educators have shared with us. So you can celebrate um, virtually, on social media, in person. If you're celebrating virtually, you can host a webinar or a live stream. You can have involve keynote speakers. You may have connection to someone who might give like good motivation to the seniors. Ask students to make and share online videos about their plans. So we've seen students share like TikToks and Reels with their counselors, and sometimes they might even share them on on the school's social media platforms. Um, Making you can make signs celebrating college and career decision day and posting those on social media. Remember to use the hashtags college signing day and better make room and tag us if you can, AL Goes to College, because we love to see those. And then we can probably feature them in future webinars as well. Send those your stories, your pictures so that we can include them in future webinars too. So there is a full college signing day social media kit that we will talk about later. Again, there's like Canva that you can use as a tool, and they have some free um, templates that you can use for social media. So involve your students if you're like, I'm not creative for that. Have students create them. They love to use Canva sometimes. So in person, of course, you can have a pep rally. This brings a lot of energy to the school. Um, some educators may have a pep rally and then a cookout for the seniors. Um, it can ask students to wear a t-shirt from their chosen college or career path. You can coordinate like a virtual or physical field trip, take photos of students in cap and gowns holding signs. You can design a bulletin board showing where your school staff attend college. This can also give students the opportunity to ask about their experience, your experience at a university, especially if they're interested in going to that university. Host a door decorating contest. Invite previous graduates to come back and share their experiences. Students look forward to those experiences, and they, again, peer to peer, a lot of times they tend to get influenced by what their peers are going through or their inspiration. So, next slide. Um, you can prepare a senior PowerPoint with names and photos to share on social media. And you'll see an example later on a social media post. Um, you can do a senior roll call so students can announce their decisions. Create a commitment to my future. So this is a pledge for students to sign so that they can have something kind of more tangible on their commitment, and a reminder of their commitment to their future. You can host a family college night. So this can include inviting colleges or having banners to represent the colleges as chosen by the student, having reps from companies to represent those going into the workforce. It doesn't have to be specifically for college. And then you also could do like have seniors write legacy letters. So for the upcoming senior class, it doesn't have to be written specifically to a certain student, just to make it easier for all students to get a letter. You can involve your community. So have seniors decorate their mailboxes, doors, windows at their homes. This is where sometimes you may want to look for maybe a sponsor for your community, from your community for, I don't know if y'all seen like those yard posts that you may see at the yard with like a senior student in their picture. Maybe you can get a sponsor for that, if you have connections or look for those connections, and we'll kind of see a template for those sponsor letters later on in this presentation as well. Encourage community members to send notes or place cards in seniors' mailbox. Or you can do like a adopt a senior. So this initiative is really for community members to put together gift baskets for graduating seniors with things that they could use for college, especially if they're staying in dorms. And this could be really helpful, especially for lower income students, to making sure that they have what they need when they go to off to college. Involve your lower grade level. So involve your juniors to start preparing for their senior year. You can also help have them help plan and prepare for events that you are planning for. So as you're preparing them for, let's say, creating their FSA ID, you can also allow them to help plan for the events that you're planning for your senior class. And also you can involve sophomores so they can help decorate. This kind of gives younger students something to look forward to when it's their time for their senior year. So, where can you promote your event? So, you have social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. You can also do school's website, local radio station, television stations, and then on the next slide, you'll see a video on a Decision Day celebration at Hatley High School. And this is a high school in Mississippi. This is their second celebration that they're having, and we'll just play the video so that you can watch it.
Well, deciding the next step after graduation can be daunting, but in recent years, career coaches have helped students get a better grasp on their future plans and goals. Our Allie Martin was at the second annual Decision Day at Hatley High School and shows us how the career coach program is making a big difference for those students.
Our first student up is Miss Madison Case.
Madison Case decided to go with an internship program that allows students to work 100 hours with a local business or nonprofit. Madison worked with Monroe Strong, the organization formed to help tornado survivors. She answered phones, helped survivors with paperwork, and performed other duties.
It has definitely helped me learn how to talk to people and get out of my shell.
Monroe Strong director Lindsay Mitchell says the internship opportunity was a great fit for Madison and the nonprofit.
We actually asked for an extension with Madison, so she's went past her 100 hours with us, and she's still serving along with us. We've just kind of switched her role a little bit.
This is Amy Pruitt's second year as career coach at Hatley. She starts working with juniors, helping each student define goals and interests. Then she helps them get job shadowing opportunities, visits with local colleges, universities, and internships.
I've got parents starting to reach out to me, and I'm hearing a lot of feedback from students from last year of how important this was to have us. I've got students from the year before that when I wasn't here reaching out, going, "Look, can you help me because we didn't have that opportunity."
Ethan Foster is a recruiter for ICC, and he has deep ties to Monroe County. This is his first time at a decision day, and he appreciates the partnership with Hatley's career coach.
She's been absolutely awesome. She works super closely with me on a weekly basis. I've taken a lot of individual tours with her at both our Belden Center, our Health Science Center on the Tupelo campus, and just doing group tours as well. She's been very helpful. She is an advocate for the student of the highest degree.
Miss Pruitt has been great. I could not ask for a better career coach. I was very undecided about what I wanted to do as a career when I started high school, and Miss Pruitt has helped me so much with just finding my way and finding my path and being able to choose ICC as a certain and choose journalism as a certain.
42 seniors took part in this year's Decision Day. Telling your story in Hatley, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Monroe County career coaches are provided through a partnership with the Three Rivers Planning and Development District.
I also wanted to share a reel from Bibb County High School on Facebook, which highlights all students regardless of their plans. We're going to see some students going to 4 years, other going into straight into the workforce. And I even saw some students that have made plans to attend a community college, and then also put on there the transfer to a 4 year. So there's a reel that you can kind of see. It has kind of like their students, their decision majors if they are majoring, and if you have like someone that can help you edit these videos, you're not alone, of course. You can always explore all your resources. to see who can help create these videos for you. A lot of times students are more than willing to support you with that. Or if you already have someone in your schools that can help edit these videos, reach out to them as well. So how to get started? You can get started by choosing, of course, the day or the week in May that works best for your school calendar. Register your school at Better Make Room. Download the college and signing day toolkit. It includes everything that you may need. So activity guides, event planning resources, printable signs, social media graphics, which we'll see over here in a few minutes. Reach higher, of course, this could be your go-to for college and career decision day, especially if you're starting off, or even if you've been planning for a while and you want to try something new. From there, you can download, this is what it looks like currently. You can download the toolkit. You can, next slide, please. You can see an activity guide. So it has ideas with getting your school involved, either virtually or in person. You can see that is listed that one of the items listed on there is like a wall of connections, and I added some pictures, like ideas of how you can create that. So you can have like a big map and have students pin where they're going to. In some cases, you might want to use a yarn to kind of make all of these connections. The idea is for them to kind of like make a connection of all the students together and how they're, going off to the next school. So the next thing you have is an event guide. So this is more like a planning template to make the event your own. You can you can just pick and choose stuff that you want to include from your event guide to your event planning. This is helpful when you're planning for logistics to the events that you're planning for. You'll see printable signs, so like in color, in black and white, and then you'll see college signing day graphics for social media. You'll also see a sponsor letter and invitation template letter, which you can customize to your needs and use. Um, and of course, all of these resources can be found in the Reach Higher website, which we'll also link in the follow-up email. So I also wanted to share a an activity from Steph Conchi, who is a college and career coach at Magic City Assembly Academy. She's also our educator advisor and council member. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here this morning, but they did want to share their college and career decision day activities. This is a flyer from last year's class of 2025. You can see that they actually celebrated a whole year. I mean, a week, I'm sorry, a whole week of their celebration. So senior, you have senior class pictures, and you'll see in the next slides. They talked about their building, just their whole school is one building. All their grade levels are in the same building, but they did do like a senior walk where they strolled in their graduation cap and gowns, and all of the classes were out there looking at the senior students walk through with their cap and gown. This picture is a senior panel. So the students are freshmen listening to their seniors and they're answering questions that were already given for the seniors to answer so that the freshmen can look forward to for senior year. And then this is another picture of a wall that they create with the seniors cap and gown pictures, and then they also put on there what's next for the class of 2025. So you'll see some taking gap years, some will go into college, into the workforce, and that is left on for the following class to see when they go back. And I'll just open the floor for questions. Um, I know your seniors have worked incredibly hard to get here, so College and Career Decision Day is an opportunity to celebrate them. And also, like, you can hold them accountable for their dreams, right? They can always look back. And we've heard from other educators that a lot of times students go back and look and they're like, I had a goal, I had a plan back then, but now they might have derailed, but if they've looked back, sometimes they go back into those dreams and plans and achieve them. So this is a moment for to celebrate that and show them that show them off to the community as well. So I'll open up to questions if we have any. You can do your professional development, course number 333921, section 536693 at Power School. Also wanted to remind them to save the dates. So some upcoming events we have on March 17, which is Tuesday, a community conversation on social and emotional readiness at 10 a.m. And then we also have our June 3rd Celebration Day and Professional Development Workshop. We do also have two more community conversations not listed on this slide. So be on the lookout for emails and reminders in newsletters to register for them when they are available.
I also wanted to give a quick note here about our celebration. So this is our big end of year event, and we highlight some of our award winners as it relates to the Alabama College Application Campaign and FAFSA completion. So if you have received an email from us requesting your senior enrollment numbers, we do need those numbers so that we're able to consider your school for one of our end of year awards. So if you haven't gotten back to us about your senior enrollment numbers, please look out for that email. I'm probably going to send a couple more reminders, but it only applies to schools whose enrollment data is not publicly available. So this is usually our statewide schools or perhaps our virtual schools or some of our schools that have a really tiny senior cohort, like fewer than 20 seniors, where we need to get the enrollment data self-reported from the educators. So I'll send out a couple more reminder emails, and if y'all could get that back to me as soon as possible, we do want to consider every single high school who's participating in our campaign for our end of year awards.
And just a reminder, our help desk line is open to you, students, and families year-round. Just call or text us at 334-316-6155, weekdays from 9 to 5 p.m. And as always, stay connected with us. So through our website at alabamagoestocollege.org, by calling or texting us at 334-316-6155, or emailing us at algoestocollege@alabamapossible.org. Send those pictures in, tag us when your celebrations are coming. Also, like if you have any questions, let us know. We're here to support you and your students. So thank you for joining us today. You will be getting a follow-up email with the PowerPoint presentation, with some links, and the recording should be up in the next few days. So we hope to see you joining us soon again.